If you've never mixed salt, handmade watercolor, and Inktense pencils, you're totally missing out. This combo actually feels like magic, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. I think you're really going to love the final result. So I've got these new watercolors from the Poems About You Etsy shop. These 4 colors here. So we have the chlorite green, the raw umber, fawn ochre deep, and a metallic, which I'm not quite sure why I bought that one. But I thought it might be kind of fun to throw in some metallic. These are the set that I bought earlier last year, and I might use some of those. But I thought we'd just swatch these out real quick and just kind of see like how these are made. They are very rich pigments. They are natural pigments. They are very fun to use. The chlorite green is a beautiful color. I thought we'd just do some quick little swatches here to kind of see what we can get. Am I even on the screen? I'm barely on the screen. It's one of those days, guys. It's really snowing. Not too much. It's not the apocalypse snow they were promising, which is good. Oh, maybe I can get out and get some photos of that later. That would be fun. But it's really cold. Like it's like 3. Not a good day to be out taking photos. Yeah, I don't know about this color. I don't know how I'm going to use this metallic color, but it's really cool. As you can see, these are easy to wet. They come up pretty easily. Let's see if we can mix some colors. Let's start with this green and this brown. They are pretty dark, but I kind of like that. I feel very foresty, very earthy. Let's add a little yellow into that. We're just going to do a quick swatch. I'm not going to do like crazy swatching today. But I thought it might be kind of fun to play with the colors so I can kind of see what I might be able to mix. Because I've just been using them so far, just straight out of the tube or out of the pan. I haven't really done a lot of mixing with them yet. Ooh, that's pretty. So they're all going to be a little bit earthy. But we can mix these other colors in with them too, which I'm not opposed to. Let's put some metallic in there and see what happens. Oh, that's weird. That's an interesting color. Let's mix up some green with that metallic. I'm just kind of curious. It might be one of those colors that I just have to use over, because it's got a little bit of blue in it. It's giving like charcoal colors. I don't know if you can see that, but when it dries, it's got little flecks of sparkle in there. That's kind of cool. Let's mix up some of the brown with the metallic. Okay. I'm loving this fawn color. Actually, the raw umber is really nice too. What happens if let's bring in some of our other colors. This is the red color that I have. I don't remember the name of it. This one is very stubborn for some reason. I don't understand why but it's very granulated. That's really pretty. I like mixing it with the blue. Let's mix that blue with the indigo. Is super strong. It's one of my favorite colors. I love it. Ooh, look at that. Love that. Let's mix a little bit more in with that. Let's see if we can get it. Oh yeah. You can get like really nice sort of green color there. What happens if we mix the blue? Ooh, what happens if we mix the blue with the metal, with the metallic? Oh, that's really cool. Look at that. That could be my new sky color. We're definitely going to have to put that in the sky. That screaming sky all over it. I love this color. fabulous. Okay, let's add some green to that. The chlorite green is very cool. Guys, I might be liking that silver metallic watercolor more than I thought I would. Everything's going to be sparkly. Rainbows and sparkles. That's with the green that we just made there. Look how much it changes it. It's very cool. We also have one of my other favorite colors. You can tell it's my favorite color because it's got a big hole in it. It's like a Titan buff. Fabulous for making creamy colors like that. Let's mix some of that green in there. The green is good. Kind of makes it almost a little chalky though. But it's one of my, I do love this color. It works better with warm tones than, oh, I probably should have washed my brush. I think it works better with warm tones. You can see that it kind of, let's add just a little bit of red into that. So these paints, these watercolors, they're about $6 a pan, which isn't too bad. If you buy a set, they get a little less. I think they get down to like $5 a pan. That's cool. So not terribly expensive, but I love the idea of supporting local artists. Here's another brown that I have, and that's different from that brown. Supporting local artists and supporting handmade creators. I think that's very important to support those people. Now, I will say that not all handmade watercolor suppliers are the same. So what I did with this one is that I ordered just a couple to see how I liked it, and then I ordered more because I don't want to, you know, there's nothing worse than getting watercolors that are terrible and you've spent all this money and then they're really crappy watercolors. So something to keep in mind. Read the reviews. Definitely look at how they're made. Make sure they have a preservative in it like clove oil or something like that. That will keep them from mold. That's a very important thing. Okay, I'm just rambling now. Let's get started on our work. I think we have some good, I'm going to put down a little bit of this blue so you can see how fabulous it is. Look at that. That is just the best color ever. Let's start off with some marks. This is a Derwent graphic pencil 3B. So a little soft, not too bad. Thought we'd switch it up today. I found this pencil in my stash and I was like, oh, I need to use that. I don't know that I use it very often. So I'm just trying to make some marks through here to kind of give us this sort of shape. I feel like I'm making the same shapes all the time. I need to do some more mark making because I feel like I'm kind of in a rut when it comes to shapes. Okay. So I'm going to start off with some of that indigo. And then I want to add in some of this gray. It's almost like making it Payne's gray. I sort of like that. Spray our paper down a little bit with water. I probably should be using a bigger brush, but we're not going to. This is the brush I have in my hand. Okay. I just want a little bit of that coming through there. I'm loving it so far. Let's put a little bit down here because I want them kind of to blend together. Let's add just a little bit of that blue. Maybe just down here at the bottom. We are working on cold press paper today. And I'll leave a link to that above. Okay, so while this is wet, I'm going to come in with a little bit of Inktense Indigo just to put some marks through there, and then come back in with our palette knife. Just to make some marks. Okay, I'm going to come in with a little bit of that Fawn Deep, and I'm using my dagger brush. I'm just kind of want to make some marks through here. I like the dagger brush because you can make thin lines and thick lines and sweeping lines, which are very important. Let's add a little bit more water here because I really want these colors to kind of blend together. Let's come in with a little bit of the umber. I'm trying not to get too dark in the beginning. Come in with a bit of mark making through here. Oh, I had some red on my I had a little bit of red on my palette knife. I am going to spritz a little bit more. Really want these colors to come through and make new colors almost. Let's come in with a little bit of this Mortem Deep. It's such a pretty color when it comes out of the pan. Let's see what happens if we pull some of this down, the color shaper. I like using this color shaper. I think it really does add. What if I just dig into that? You can see, oh, there we go, that this color, this Mortem color, is super, it's got big chunks in it. Like you can hear it kind of scraping around in there. That's what makes it fun, because it's almost like charcoal, it seems like. Really has some distinct properties that I love. Okay, stop there for a minute. Let this dry. Actually, I'm going to put in just a little bit of this green color through here that I mix with the Titan Buff. So I really wanted a little bit of green. We have all the colors. We might as well use them all, right? Let's put a little bit through here too. Just sort of up here. Okay. Okay, so I just accidentally dropped my brush onto the page here and put some yellow or something in there, and now some red. That's maybe it's okay. Here, let's add. I think the watercolor gods were telling me that that was not a dramatic enough sky, begging me to add some drama. I literally picked up my brush and went right there on top of it. That's okay. We can live with that. I think I can live with it. We'll see how it dries. I do want to add more of that indigo in a pretty bold mark, like coming just right through there. Oh, I like that kind of dry brush I got going on there. That's fun. So here I've mixed up a little bit of the fawn color and the raw umber. And then I'm going to add in just a little bit of the Aquapasto into that. You can see how that's making it a lot thicker. Aquapasto, this is what that looks like by Winsor Newton. a nice thick mix. Okay, let's put this on. Aquapasto, so fun. I'm going to come in with my catalyst blade. I'm going to make some scratchy marks through here so we can kind of make a little bit of texture going through here. Let's pick some more of that up. Oh, I like that. Let's come in with a little bit more of that green color through here. I want to add some salt down here, but it needs to be a little wet so that we get the full effects of it. Just going to add a little bit of table salt in here, kind of let it do its thing. Okay, we're going to let that dry. Okay, salt is dry. Let's get it off of here. You can see that we got some pretty fun marks through there. Let's bring it a little for close-up. A little close-up of what the salt did. Made a nice texture through there. Okay, scrape some out of the pan with a palette knife. We'll just make some more textures through here. Like I said, it's very thick, but it seems to work pretty well like that. Kind of like how bold that is. Let's see if we can put a little bit more over here. Like you can hear it crunching. There's so much pigment in there. Okay. I think I'm going to add just a little bit of oil pastel here because I kind of want, I feel like we have an opportunity to make some more marks. So we're just going to put a little bit of that down. And then I'm just going to scrape back in here. Kind of hard to. There we go. Just needed to be thicker. I really want some of those lines to show through. It's a little tougher on the cold pressed paper, but I like that little bit of yellow coming through there. And I think I just want a little bit through here as well. I'm not going to do a lot of oil pastels. I just kind of wanted some more texture through here. Add a little depth. And you may say, well, why are we scraping away? Well, I like to scrape things away. I'm a big scraper. I think there are many marks that you can make that you can scrape away. I have this white out. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it though. I was thinking I wanted to put some white in the sky maybe. Maybe just a little bit. Kind of brighten it up. I don't want it to cover up all the good marks that we have, but I also think there needs to be a little bit of contrast up here. Oh, that kind of did something. It's easy to get carried away. And yes, when you add oil pastels, you will have to apply either Carmar varnish or in addition to a UV spray. Mostly the Carmar varnish because you want that to sit. You don't want it to lift. When I'm sell my work, always spray it with at least a coat of UV and Darmar just because I want it to be preserved. Um, these watercolors are light fast, so we're not really going to have an issue with that, but it's always nice to, especially if you're selling something, to be able to give some confidence to your clients that you're not, uh, it's not just going to fade over time, which is always good because we want to make sure we're open and transparent. Okay, final touches, I think. I'm pretty happy with this one. Let's look at it with a mat. Okay, looking at it, I really like it. I like it. I like the colors. I actually like the sky one, so I put the white in because it kind of gives it a little bit more drama, like coming through here and over here. I really like the Aquapasto and the way the watercolor interacted with each other. I really love that. I love these watercolors. They're very vibrant and uh, pigmented, which is great. I love the texture that we got from adding the mordant down here. And the salt is really fun, although it didn't do a whole lot. Like, it's not super dramatic, but you can definitely see it here. I love the green with the red and the browns. I think it's a really nice, minimal landscape. It has a good mood about it. It's not terribly serene. Like, I don't, I don't really like serene. I like drama. Um, but yeah, overall, I think everything came together nicely. And I don't know if you can see it on camera. Let me tilt this just a little bit. But if you look up there in the sky, there's just a little bit of glitter from that gray, which is kind of fun. Um, I'm not sure I'll be using that very often, but it was a fun play. Uh, I may have to see on a practice piece, like, what happens if I just put the gray over it. Like, will it be super shiny? But I didn't want to try that on this piece. So, okay, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do want you guys to think about, I am thinking about doing a weekly challenge with prompts so that we can start creating more work together and posting our work in the community. If you think that's a cool idea, let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to do, where maybe on a Tuesday I'll present a video and then all week we'll post our results on the community, so that we can get a little bit more involved. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoy the lovely winter weather throughout the US. And for those of you in other countries, be glad you're not here because it's really cold. Uh, thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.